Good morning, top of the morning to you. So let's talk about grants, down payment assistance, 100% financing to purchase your home. This particular video, it's for the people that are looking to buy in Virginia. Yes, I can give you information about Maryland and Washington, D.C. Those are the three other states that I conduct business. However, this video is, I guess, for the folks in Northern Virginia, okay, and what's available to them. It's very odd to me that this is not general knowledge. This is not. It's more of a myth, right? Very few people access to these programs. That being said, in my community, which that's what I tend to help the most, or I get the most calls, it's kind of like if, let's put it this way, if the people that I serve don't get any type of assistance, they wouldn't be able to buy. I would say that most of the transactions are through some sort of assistance program, okay? And that's what I wanted to get. I find it very odd that it is not a well-known thing, for lack of a better word, in other communities. And I don't know, I mean, I have some ideas as to why this information hasn't been spread out, especially in Northern Virginia. And the numbers are available through VHDA. I don't know if I mentioned, so the program that I'm going to be talking about is VHDA, Virginia Housing. There were charter back in, I think, 1974, so they've been helping communities grow throughout the states. Throughout the state of Virginia. That being said, most of the people that take advantage of this program, they're mostly located in Richmond and the southern parts of Virginia. I think that I guess lenders don't offer these programs because they assume that if you're in Northern Virginia, you're rich, you're making over $250,000, therefore you can afford any property you want, and also any you have the money for the down payment. So that's one of my theories, right? The truth of the matter is that the big banks like the Bank of Americas or the Wells Fargo's don't offer this type of program. From time to time, Bank of America has a program to help buyers with their down payment, but that's not always the case, okay? And there are actually other programs that they come and go that would help people to purchase homes. So one product that it's available from time to time in Virginia is it's a grant from the Bank of Atlanta, and they usually give out as much as $17,000 when that program is available. But it's not a reliable program in the sense that it's not always available. VHDA, it's always available. I started selling homes back in the 90s. I remember starting using VHDA as far as back as, I think it was 2021 or 2022 when we started seeing this type of programs that would help people with their down payment and closing cost. So going back, so these programs are available, okay? They're not a myth. Most of my clients use those programs, okay? So, and there are some restrictions, so I'm going to tell you a few right now. So one of the main restrictions is they have a cap on the income, okay? So if you are a couple and you're making less than $141,000, you can qualify for this program. If your family or your household is 3 or more people, you can make you can't make over $164,000. Okay, so that's kind of like the reality of who can qualify for this program. Most of my clients, they're somewhere between $75,000 to $120,000 income. So most of them qualify, and I am sure that there are other people that will qualify for these programs in other communities. Anyway, so my telephone number should be somewhere above or somewhere in the video or below this video if you want to get in contact with me and want to access or want to get more information about these programs. Okay. So going back, so that one of the restrictions is income. Okay. The other contingent to these programs, you have to do an 8-hour course. You can do it online. You can go to different offices or places that they host this type of certificate. It's usually a one day. It's usually on a Saturday, and it's like from 9 to 4. They'll provide lunch. So, and if you go to VHDA website, they'll show you where they're having those. They're having the programs, or I'm sorry, the classes for the certification. So they're just like a couple of things that you have to do in order to qualify. I think you can have your credit score can be less than 620, so you have to have at least 620 credit score, which is not a lot. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Okay, that's pretty much it. So I know that this video will reach out to people, and it will be sort of a surprise. Okay, so because this is kind of like free money. So let's talk about the money. So there are different programs that actually VHDA offers. Some of it's a form of grant, and some of it's a form of financing. Okay. So if you're looking for 100% financing, it's a form of financing. They'll give you the money that you need for the down payment, and they'll even give you, I think it's 1% for closing cost, okay? But they'll cover the rest, okay? They'll cover the rest. If it's a grant, the program they're having right now, if you're doing an FHA, which you need 3.5% down, they'll give you 2.5%. And if you do a conventional nowadays is more popular, they'll give you 2%, but the down payment is 3%. So imagine that you're looking at a $500,000 home, and you need $15,000 for your down payment, right? They'll give you $10,000. I mean, they'll cover 2/3 of the money that you would need to purchase. Obviously, you need to have money for the closing cost, which you can finance through VHDA, at least 1%, or we can negotiate that with the sellers. Okay, but your requirement, if everything will be perfect, is to be able to have that 1%. So again, the math is, if you're looking at a $500,000 home, they'll give you 10,000. You need to come up with the other 5. Okay, and also there are other grants that may be available to you depending on where you are. So, for example, Fairfax has their own programs. Prince William County has their own programs. There are a number of programs that are there to encourage people to be able to buy, because the thing is, most likely you can purchase a home, you can make payments, right? A lot of times it comes to a surprise to people that there's not a huge difference between how much they pay in rent and how much they're going to be paying their own home. But because rent in Northern Virginia are expensive, it doesn't allow them to be able to save the money. Okay, so this is a program that would allow you to to get the money, the necessary money that you would need in order to purchase a home. So it's a great program. There's also, I mentioned there are small grants given by the city that you can also access. So there are a bunch of, there's really money out there in order for you to be able to purchase. And again, I do it all the time, but it comes to a surprise to people that this money is available. So I think I mentioned Bank of America, the Wells Fargo's don't have this type of programs. They might have something similar that you can ask, but they don't participate with VHDA. It's usually the smaller banks and the smaller brokerage companies. They have those access to that money. Another myth that you will hear is that these programs, it takes too long to get approved, which it doesn't. It puts you at a disadvantage when you go into the market. And this is going back to when the program started. So I remember in the 2000s, the bank, after it approved your loan, it will literally send the package overnighted to Richmond, and it would take another 15, 30 days, whatever they needed in order to process that loan to give you the money. That's a myth. That most of the lenders, at least that I could recommend you, they'll be able to do what is called an in-house underwriting, meaning the same underwriter that approves the first your loan, it would also be able to approve you the amount of money that you need for the down payment, the grant or the 100% financing, whatever the program you may be interested in or maybe best for you. Okay, I think grants is the best because once they give you that 2% or the 2.5% for your down payment, it's your money. It's a true grant. You don't have to repay it. It's given to you, done deal. Okay, that's why we'll prefer for you to get a grant instead of doing 100% financing. Okay, so again, if it wouldn't be for that, I don't think I'd be as successful as I am, because a large or a big part of my business comes from being able to or know about these programs. And when I talk to my clients and kind of like tell me, where they at, what their finances and how much they make, the first thing I do is try to see if that I can accommodate them with these programs. And I don't do the loans myself. I just have the relationship with the lenders that they have access to this program. And that's the other thing, because there is a second layer of underwriting. It's so much easier for a lender to not to offer the program if they see that you have the money. Okay, and the case is that even if you have the money for the down payment and you can qualify for this type of programs, why not? Why not? Why not take advantage of that, right? The one thing that you have to know, and again, I like people to know about the program and for them to be able to decide whether they're going to choose a program or not, right? So the amount of money they'll give you under this program, it tends to be a bit less of the amount of money they'll give you if you were to come up with your down payment on your own. Okay, but again, that's your choice. That's something that I'd rather know that this is available. I'd rather know somebody that have access to it and explain it to me and it offered to me for me to make the decision. So I'll give you some idea. Let's just say that if you have the money for your down payment, you qualify, let's just say for $500,000, with this program you may qualify a bit less. You may qualify for $450, okay, or $440, okay. So again, if you're looking to buy that $500,000 home, and if you have the money for the down payment, great. But if you coincidentally, the neighborhood that you're looking for, the houses cost for 150, right? This is a perfect plan. This is a perfect program for you, because you're not going to be using your own money. And believe me, once you purchase a home, you're going to realize that you need money for other things. You need to buy curtains. You need to buy a table and chairs. You need to buy furniture for the patio. I mean, there's just like all these things that you weren't planning that now you need to have access to, right? So if you can have money down payment assistance, why not? Okay, it's money that it's available. Most people would get into these programs because they need it. Okay, so I've been in situations where clients tell me, oh, that's much better. Where clients tell me, Sebastian, I only have $7,000, and this is a real case, and the property that I want to buy with closing costs and everything that I need to purchase is like, I think it was like something like $20,000, or maybe about 25. Can't remember. But anyways, so he got part of the money for the down payment, and he got money from the seller. Okay, so this was a great deal for him, and with all that, I mean, he was able to purchase with $7,000. Most of my clients, and I have pictures to support it, which I might include them in this video. They've received $12,000, $40,000. If other states, so like let's just say that you're listening to this and you want to buy Maryland. Maryland is a lot more generous. Maryland, we have cases all the way up to $22,000. Washington D.C. is the most generous. I personally done cases around $36,000 in down payment assistance combined with grants. And one time I was the listing agent, meaning I was not helping the buyer, I was helping the seller to sell their home. And they, this gentleman in particular received somewhere like around $74,000, but he qualified to receive all the way up to $81,000. It's just that it was another layer of underwriting. The closing was already delayed a couple weeks, so he decided just to take the $74,000, which it was plenty, and not to get the other grant. So DC is a lot more generous. Virginia is, I would say, it's more on the conservative side of things. So. But again, I mean, it's money. It's in my community. That's pretty much that I would say that most of the people that I help are getting a grant, or they're calling at least for the grant. And I know it might be a surprise to you, but again, I'm giving you the secret sauce. Is VHDA. Obviously, they don't do the lending. They don't do direct lending. They have lenders, local lenders that are trained and they're licensed to work with this program. But there's plenty of information of the different programs that they offer. And again, if you give yourself enough time, you can probably combine this program with other programs that might be available to you, that you may be able to have access to, and those are kind of like local programs, right? Like I mentioned, like Fairfax may have a program, Alexandria City may have their own program, same with Arlington County, and so on and so forth. So anyways, hopefully this information I brought you good information, and you can share this information with friends and family. And if you want to get a hold of us, I don't think I mentioned my name. I'm Sebastian Martinez with Remax One Solution. Been in real estate since the 90s. Been very active in my community, pretty much promoting this programs, and hopefully we can help your family as well. And with that, I'll say goodbye. Bye.